Okay, I'm going to be practicing the subject particle using this book. This is suitable for beginners with Korean grammar. Okay, so the subject particle, fill in the parentheses below with either e or ka. Remember that e attaches to nouns ending on a consonant and ka attaches to nouns ending on a vowel. And remember, the subject particle is what you use to say that someone is doing some action or receiving some description. But to decide which one to use, it's very simple. If the noun ends on a consonant, you attach e, and if the noun ends on a vowel, you attach ka. So this word, 사람 means person, and 사람 ends on a consonant, so we attach e. 사람이. 사람이 is person with the subject particle. Next we have 물. 물 means water. 물 is water, and it ends on a consonant. This lil, this L or R sound is a consonant, so again we attach e. 물이, 물이 is water with the subject particle. Okay, next we have 샐러드. 샐러드 is actually the word for salad. It's kind of like an Englishified version of the word salad. And 샐러드, notice how it ends on this vowel. So we attach ka, because it ends on a vowel. Even though in English we would say salad, it ends on a consonant. In Korean, the word is 샐러드. It ends on a vowel, so we attach ka. Okay. Next, we have 음식. 음식. Does anyone know what this word means? 음식. Anyone know what this word means? 음식. Food. Yes, perfect, B. Thank you. 음식 means food or a meal. And 음식 ends on a consonant, so we attach e. 음식이. 음식 is food, plus the subject particle e means 음식이. Next we have 한국어. 한국어 is the word for Korean, specifically the Korean language. The Korean language. And because 한국어 ends on a vowel, we attach ka. 한국어, ka, with the subject particle. Okay, next we have 영어. 영어 is the word for the English language. It's also used in like 영국. 영국 is the word for England. And 영어 is the word for English language. And 영어 ends on a vowel, so it becomes 영어가. B, perfect, thank you. 영어가. Okay. Next we have 친구. 친구, this word. Does anyone know what 친구 is in Korean? What this word is in Korean? Friend. Kisho, beautiful, thank you. 친구 is friend in Korean. And because 친구 ends on a vowel sound, do we attach e or ka? We're attaching the subject particle. The subject particle to make it the subject of the sentence. Ka, Cynthia, thank you. Perfect. Because it ends on a vowel sound, we attach ka. 친구가. All right, we've got two more. This one, 아빠. 아빠. Does anyone know what 아빠 is? 아빠, dad, yes. 아빠 is dad or father. And because it ends on a vowel sound, we attach ka. 아빠가, dad, with the subject particle. Okay, now next one, 엄마. Who knows what 엄마 is in Korean? 엄마, mom, yes. I speak British English, so I could also say mum, but mom or mother, anything like that. And 엄마 ends on a vowel sound, So we attach, thank you, Sue, beautiful, ka, ommaga. Okay, so we attach the subject particle to all of these nouns. Next, let's answer some questions. Let's answer some multiple choice questions. Okay. First question is the purpose of the subject particle. So what is the purpose of the subject particle? Is it to A, indicate the object of the sentence? Is it to indicate the subject of the sentence? Indicate the topic or main theme of the sentence, or something else? None of the above. It is B, yes. The correct answer is to indicate the subject of the sentence. Pretty straightforward, it's in the name, right? The purpose of the subject particle is to indicate the subject of the sentence. Okay, next question. The subject particle can be attached to A or I, any verb, or to any noun. Kosho, beautiful, yes. Any noun. The subject particle is attached to nouns, not to verbs. So the answer is to. Okay, what about C? The subject of the sentence is the person or thing that, 1, is the main idea or theme of the sentence, 2, is being acted upon by the verb or receiving some action from the verb, or 3, the subject of the sentence is performing an action or receiving some description. So which of these 3 things is the subject of the sentence? What is the subject? Is it the main theme or idea? Is it being acted upon by the verb? Or is it performing some action or receiving a description? People are saying 1. The subject could be the main theme of the sentence, but a better answer or a more specific answer is 3. The subject is the person who is performing some action or receiving some description. Brett, sunrise, beautiful. This is for the topic particle, and this is for the object particle. So let's look at an example, right? In this English sentence, the English sentence, Tom watches a movie. What is the subject of the sentence? What is the subject of the sentence, Tom watches a movie? Is it Tom? Is it watches? Or is it movie? What is the subject? The subject of the sentence. We just learned that the subject of the sentence is the thing the thing that is performing an action or receiving a description. So the subject of the sentence is actually Tom. It's number 1. The answer is 1. The subject is the person who is doing the action. That is who the subject is. In this sentence, it's Tom, because Tom is the person who is doing the action of watching a movie. So Tom is the subject, watches is the verb, and movie is the object. Tom is the subject, watches is the verb, and movie is the object. So if you can kind of get in your head what the difference is between subjects and objects in English, it will help you when you're making sentences in Korean. There, thank you. I'm glad you see this. So yes, the subject here is Tom. Okay, next question. Where is the ika subject particle placed in a sentence? Is it 1, attached to the front of a noun, 2, attached to the end of a noun, 3, as its own word before the noun, or 4, as its own word after the noun? Koshut, Sue, yes. You're both right. It is attached to the end of the noun. That's where the subject particle always goes. It always attaches at the end of the noun. Okay, last question. is this one right here. Which of the following sentences, that's fortuitous, which of the following sentences has the correct use of the ika subject particle? Okay, which one is correct? 1. Tom가 먹어요. 2. Tom이 먹어요. Or 3. Tom space 이 먹어요. Or 4. 가 Tom 먹어요. Which one is correct? Imrod Sue, yes, beautiful. The correct answer is 2. Tom이 먹어요. That is the correct use of the subject particle. We know we want to use E because Tom ends on a consonant sound, so Tom E. And we know it goes at the end of the noun. So this is the correct one. Okay. Next, let's do some more practice problems. Okay, this task is identify the subjects of the following sentences. Number 1, Tom이 먹어요. So what is the subject? Who is the subject here? Well, the subject is whoever has the subject particle, right? That's who the subject is. In this case, the subject particle is attached to Tom. So, Tom is the subject. He is the subject of the sentence. Number 2, 사라가 먹어요. Again, we look for the particle. The particle is there attached to 사라. So, 사라 is the subject. And remember, the subject is who or what is performing some action. So this is Tom eats, this is Sarah eats. Okay, next, 소피가 공부해요. 소피가 공부해요. The subject particle is attached to 소피. So 소피 is the subject of the sentence. Next one, 저는 영어가 좋아요. 저는 영어가 좋아요. So who is the subject of this sentence? Again, we look for the subject particle, right? The subject particle shows who is the subject of the sentence. Who or what? In this case, the subject is 영어. So here is where the difference between, we have the topic particle here and we also have the subject particle here. But the subject particle, it shows who the subject is. In this case, the subject is English. And then the 저는 is just talking about myself as the topic of the sentence. So the topic of the sentence is the main theme right here. So I'm talking about myself as a topic, as a theme. And when it comes to me talking about myself, English is good. English is nice. English is enjoyable for me. But the subject is English. English is the subject of the verb. English is what is nice. English is being described as nice when talking about me. So it's the topic because it has 는. Yes, correct. 저는 is the topic, but 영어 is the subject. It should be 저는 영어를. So be careful of that because 좋아요 is a descriptive verb. It doesn't use the object particle, but 좋아해요 does. So you could also say 저는 영어를. Oh, can you see this? 좋아해요. You could say this as well. 저는 영어를 좋아해요 because this is a different type of verb. This is an action verb and it uses the object particle. But 좋아요 is a descriptive verb and it uses the subject particle. Question, what does the 요 mean? The yo just makes the politeness of the sentence a little bit higher. So it makes the sentence a little bit more polite. You can drop the yo and you can say Tommy 먹어 and Sara가 먹어. You can say that, but in this book we start with the more polite tense, the more polite form of yo. And that's what it means. Okay, so next one, 저는 빵이 좋아요. So what is the subject of this sentence? We look for the subject particle, and it is attached right here. So that means the subject is 빵, bread. This is kind of a similar sentence to this one. 저는 is the topic, so I'm talking about 저는, talking about myself as the topic of the sentence, but I'm describing the bread. The bread is what is being described by 좋아요, the verb. This is the verb, and I'm describing the bread is good. Bread is the subject. I like bread. Yes, beautiful. Thank you, Roxana. This means I like bread. I'm watching this as a Korean. Yeah, but back to basics. Okay, so now let's translate some of these sentences into English. So what do we have here? We have the sentence Tommy 공부해요. Tommy 공부해요. So what does this mean? Well, we have Tom as the subject. So Tom is the one doing the action, and the action he's doing is studying. Yes, Tom studies. Right? This verb 공부해요 means to study. So Tom studies. Next one. 메리가 요리해요. 메리가 요리해요. Mary cooks. Valentina, beautiful. Thank you. So the subject is Mary. Mary. And what she's doing is 요리해요, which is cooking. So Mary cooks. Next we have C. 소피가 먹어요. 소피가 먹어요. Where can you learn which words are which? We do have a vocab list at the start. So this vocab list is what you use to refer to when you're doing the practice. I'm just jumping right in here, but we do have a vocab list, and it also comes with flashcards too. It comes with flashcards. And this is the book, Level 1 Workbook. I believe it's linked in TikTok Shop in this video, and it's also on our website. You can find it through our profile. Okay, so 소피가 먹어요 means Sophie eats. Sophie is the topic, the subject. 소피가 먹어요. Sophie eats. Next, we have a new verb, this verb. Does anyone know what this verb means in Korean? 운동해요. 운동해요. 엄마가 운동해요. Roxana, beautiful. Mom exercises. We know that 엄마 is mum or mom. And 운동해요 means to exercise. So mom exercises. Or you could say mom works out. You could also say that. Both are fine. Mom works out. Okay. E, we have 아빠가 먹어요. 아빠가 먹어요. Dad eats. Beautiful. C, thank you. Dad eats. Dad eats. This is the book right here. Level 1 workbook. And the next one, Elise. Yes, good job. 음식이 좋아요. 음식이 좋아요. What does this mean? 음식 is food, and 좋아요 means to like something. It means I like food. I like food. Remember that Korean does not need to have the topic It doesn't have to have this pronoun in a sentence. English has to have a pronoun. But in Korean, you don't need it. You can just say 음식이 좋아요. And you can assume that it's I like food. I use that phrase a lot. Me too. The food is good. 음식이 좋아요. I like food. There's kind of a few ways you can translate this sentence, including I like food and the food is good. Okay, so we've gone from Korean into English. Now let's go from English into Korean. Let's write some sentences in Korean. The first one, Tom cooks. Tom cooks is, first we have the subject, which is Tom. And because it ends on a consonant, we attach E. Tom이. And cooks is 요리해요. Tom이 요리해요. Would that sentence be both for I like the food and the food is good? Yes. This sentence could be either situation. Both are good translations for 음식이 좋아요. Yes. All right. Next we have Mary eats. So we have Mary, who is our subject. She is the person who is doing the action. And because Mary ends on a vowel sound, we attach 가. And so Mary가. And eats is 먹어요. Sorry, but what is the thing highlighted in purple? The thing highlighted in purple is the subject particle, which is what we are practicing in this lesson. We're learning about the subject particle. And so the purple thing is the subject particle. It identifies who or what is the subject of the sentence. Okay. I can even do it here too. Next we have Sophie studies. Sophie studies. So Sophie is 소피, and because it ends on a vowel sound, we attach 가, and studies is 공부해요. 소피가 공부해요. Can we download it? Yes, you can download a PDF version from our website. And how often do I go live? It's a bit sporadic. I'm trying to do it more often, but I'm not sure. I don't have a set schedule. If English is not my native language, what is a subject? The subject is who or what is doing something. So, for example, Tom is the person who is doing studying. He is the subject of the sentence. Mary is the subject. Sophie is the subject. They are the people who are doing the actions. Do we have to buy the PDF version? Unless you have a friend who's already bought it, who will send it to you for free. I don't give them away for free, unfortunately. Okay. Sarah cooks. Sarah cooks. Okay. So here we have a new sentence. Sarah is the subject. She is the person who is doing the action. So, Sarah. And because it ends on a vowel sound, we attach 가. And cooks, it's the same as up here, is 요리해요. Excuse me. 사라가 요리해요. All right. Next, Sarah is good / I like Sarah. So this is where we're going to be using something like this, right? We're going to be using a sentence like this. Same subject though. We're still talking about Sarah. So Sarah is still the subject. 사라가 좋아요. Sarah is good, or I like Sarah. Do you also have something that could teach us how to pronounce the Korean words? We don't have anything specifically for that, but a good tip that's free is if you type the word into like Google Translate or Papago and use the text to speech option, you can hear words pronounced. It is like a kind of a robot voice, but it's a good way to hear words pronounced for free. You just put them into Google Translate and go text to speech, and they'll say it for you. Okay, F. Korean is good, or I like Korean. It's a good sentence to know, right? If you want to say I like Korean. The word for Korean in Korean is 한국어. 한국어. That's the word for Korean. And it is the subject of our sentence, right? Because we're describing it. We're describing it with the verb good. So 한국어가. It ends on a vowel sound, so we attach 가. And it's the same verb as before. 한국어가 좋아요. I like Korean. 한국어가 좋아요. Question, do you always have to use the particle? You don't always have to. You can drop it if it's clear what you're talking about. Especially in speaking, I would say when you're writing. In written language, you probably should mostly use the particle, but it's pretty common to drop it when you're speaking. Thank you, Courtney. I enjoy teaching a lot. I'm not an official teacher, but I've got some practice. Okay, so we've done these practice problems with the subject particle. Now let's compare briefly 은는 and 이가.